What if I told you that with just 5 minutes a day, you could unlock a whole new world of opportunities? Imagine being able to communicate with people across the globe, opening doors to new career prospects, and gaining the confidence to travel the world, all by taking small but consistent steps in learning English. Let me share a bit about my own journey. I remember when I first started learning English. It felt like an overwhelming mountain to climb. I felt stuck on certain days, unable to understand what I was reading, struggling with pronunciation, and wondering if I would ever truly master it. But you know what? That's okay. It's part of the process. Language learning isn't about overnight success. It's about progress, no matter how small. I've had my moments of doubt, just like you might be feeling now. But the key is simple: pushing through the tough days, even when it feels like you're not moving forward. So, if you're here today, feeling like you're not making progress, I want you to know you're not alone. We all go through that. But the most important thing is this: you are capable of success. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, trying your best, and staying consistent. So, let's start this journey together, step by step, and remember, even the smallest effort counts. Why learning English can be hard. Acknowledge common struggles. Learning English, or any new language, can sometimes feel like a never-ending challenge. You might have days when it feels like no matter how much you practice, you're just not making progress. Maybe you've tried to learn new words, but they don't stick. Or you've listened to podcasts and still don't understand half of what's being said. It can be frustrating. You're not alone in feeling this way. I know firsthand how tough this can be. There were days when I wondered, is this really working? I felt like I was stuck in a loop. But here's the truth: that feeling is part of the process. Language learning is a marathon, not a sprint. It's easy to think you should be progressing faster. But real progress comes with time and patience. If you're feeling frustrated, remember, it's totally normal. Every learner, no matter where they start, has faced this moment. You're on the right path, even if it feels like it's taking longer than expected. Motivation and how to maintain it. The power of motivation. When you're learning something as big as a new language, motivation is everything. But motivation doesn't always come in big bursts of excitement. It can be quiet, almost unnoticed, like the small voice inside that says, "Try again. You've got this." Motivation is what keeps you going on the days when it feels hard and when you doubt yourself. Think about some of the most successful people you know. Do you think they achieved their goals by giving up after every tough day? Of course not. They pushed through those challenges and kept going. That's the power of motivation. Whether it's the desire to travel, the need to speak with others for work, or simply the joy of learning something new. Find what lights that spark inside you and hold on to it. When the road gets rough, let that motivation carry you forward. Now, let's get practical. How do you maintain motivation, especially when it feels like your progress is invisible? Here are some tips. 1. Set small, achievable goals. Start by breaking down your bigger goal into smaller, manageable steps. Maybe it's learning 5 new words a week or watching an English language video every day. Each small win adds up, and you'll be amazed at how much progress you'll see over time. 2. Reward yourself. When you hit a milestone, no matter how small, reward yourself. Finished a book in English. Celebrate. Managed to understand a podcast. That's a win. Giving yourself a reward boosts your motivation for the next step. 3. Don't strive for perfection. Perfection is the enemy of progress. It's not about getting everything right. It's about learning from your mistakes and growing. If you stumble, that's okay. Just keep going. Let me share a personal story about overcoming self-doubt. When I was learning, there were many times I felt like I wasn't making any real progress. I had moments of questioning my ability. But what helped me was remembering why I started. I kept pushing through, even when it was hard, and eventually, I could see the results. Over time, I realized that consistency, not perfection, was the key. Every time I showed up, even for just 5 minutes, I was one step closer to my goal. One of the most effective ways to improve your English is through a technique called shadowing. But what exactly is shadowing? It's simple. Shadowing involves listening to a native speaker and then repeating exactly what they say, trying to mimic their pronunciation, tone, and rhythm. This technique is powerful because it targets 3 key areas of language learning pronunciation: listening and speaking. By imitating a native speaker, you train your ear to understand the sounds and rhythm of English in a natural way. You also train your mouth to form the correct sounds, which helps improve your pronunciation. Most importantly, it strengthens your speaking ability because you're learning to speak as naturally as a native speaker would, without having to overthink every word. Shadowing is also great for improving your listening skills. The more you listen to a language, the better your understanding becomes. You start picking up words and phrases you might have missed before, and it helps you internalize the patterns of the language. Now, I'd like you to try shadowing with me. I'll say a sentence, and I want you to repeat it after me. Don't worry about perfection. Just try to match my speed and pronunciation as closely as you can. Let's try this. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Now, pause the video and repeat after me. Try to imitate the rhythm and tone of the sentence. You can replay it as many times as you like to improve. Go ahead and practice now. Ready? Pause the video and start repeating. Great job. As you keep practicing shadowing with different sentences, you'll notice improvements in your speaking and listening skills over time. Tips for effective shadowing. To get the most out of shadowing, here are some tips. 1. Use pauses. Don't feel like you need to speak immediately after you hear each word. Take your time and pause the video if needed. Repeating the sentence in smaller chunks will help you focus on pronunciation more effectively. Try to match the rhythm of the speaker by pausing for a moment after each phrase, then repeating it. 2. Focus on one sentence at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to repeat an entire paragraph at once. Start with one sentence, repeat it several times, and focus on getting the sounds and words right. Once you're comfortable, move on to the next sentence. 3. Listen and repeat daily. Consistency is key. Even just 5 minutes of shadowing every day can make a huge difference over time. Make it a part of your daily practice routine, and you'll see progress faster. Now, let's talk about something many learners struggle with: slow progress. If you've been learning English for a while, you might feel like you're not improving as fast as you'd like. But I want to tell you something important. Slow progress is still progress. It's normal to feel stuck sometimes, but that doesn't mean you're not growing. Language learning is not always linear. Some days, you might feel like you're making leaps, and other days, you might feel like you've hit a wall. But I promise you, every small effort counts. Even when things feel slow, you are building a solid foundation for long-term success. Remember, patience is part of the journey. Just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean you're not improving. Your brain is absorbing information and making connections even if you can't feel it right away. So, how can you track your progress? One of the best ways is to keep a learning journal. Write down what you've learned each day, no matter how small. It could be a new word, a sentence structure, or even an improvement in your listening skills. Over time, you'll look back and see how much you've accomplished. Another method is to record your voice. Try recording yourself speaking in English, whether it's reading a passage or saying a few sentences. Then, listen to the recording after a week or a month. You'll be amazed at how much clearer your pronunciation becomes and how much more confident you sound. I want to share a story with you. There's a person I know who started learning English a few years ago. At first, they struggled with simple conversations and often got frustrated. But they didn't give up. They kept practicing daily, even on the hard days. Now, they're able to have full conversations in English without hesitation. And their pronunciation has improved dramatically. They didn't notice their own progress until they compared where they started to where they are now. This goes to show that progress often happens slowly, but over time, it adds up. If you keep going, you'll look back one day and realize just how far you've come. One of the best ways to stay motivated is by celebrating small wins. It's easy to get caught up in the big picture and think you're not making enough progress. But let me tell you, every small victory counts. Did you understand a sentence in English today that you couldn't understand last week? That's a win. Did you remember a new word or phrase without needing to look it up? Another win. When you celebrate these small wins, you'll start to see how much you're improving. The key is to recognize and appreciate these little moments of success. They add up to significant progress over time. I remember when I was learning English, there were days when I couldn't see any progress, and I felt like giving up. But when I started focusing on the small wins like understanding a new phrase or being able to introduce myself without hesitation, I began to feel more confident. I celebrated each of those wins, and it kept me going. Those small wins were what kept me motivated and reminded me that I was getting better, one step at a time. So, take a moment today to think about your own small victories. Maybe it's a new word, a sentence you understood, or just showing up to practice every day. Celebrate them and let them fuel your motivation. By incorporating shadowing, celebrating small wins, and recognizing slow progress as a sign of growth, you can build a more resilient mindset and stay motivated throughout your language learning journey. Each step, no matter how small, gets you closer to fluency. Overcoming self-doubt and mistakes. Mistakes are normal. Let's talk about something that holds a lot of learners back. Mistakes. The fear of making mistakes can be paralyzing. Many of us want to speak perfectly right away. And when we don't, we feel discouraged. But here's the truth. Mistakes are completely normal. They are part of the journey. In fact, they're one of the most valuable tools for learning. When we make a mistake, we're learning what not to do. And that's just as important as learning the right way. Imagine you're learning how to ride a bike. Falling down is part of the process. The more you fall, the quicker you learn how to balance. The same applies to language. Each time you make a mistake, you're getting closer to mastering the language. Don't fear mistakes. Embrace them. They are the stepping stones to fluency. Every time you make a mistake and correct it, you're moving forward. So, next time you make a mistake, smile, learn from it, and keep going. You're doing just fine. Let me share the story of a friend, Maria, who learned English despite countless mistakes along the way. When Maria started learning English, she struggled with pronunciation. She would mix up words and often felt embarrassed when she spoke. At times, she even considered giving up. But instead of retreating, Maria chose to embrace her mistakes. She laughed when she made a mistake, asked for help, and kept practicing. She recorded herself speaking and listened to native speakers, and little by little, her confidence grew. Now, Maria speaks English fluently. She's traveled to English-speaking countries, made international friends, and even works for a global company. What kept her going was the simple decision to accept her mistakes and learn from them. Her story is proof that perseverance, not perfection, is the key to success. How English can change your life now. Let's talk about why learning English matters. Aside from being a powerful skill, English opens up a world of opportunities. Personally, I can tell you that learning English has brought countless benefits into my life. Whether it's reading books, watching movies without subtitles, or connecting with people from around the world, English has made it all possible. It's also a skill that gives you more freedom and choices. With English, you're not limited to your local environment. You can explore cultures, knowledge, and opportunities that would otherwise be out of reach. One of the most beautiful things about English is how it connects people across the globe. Whether you're traveling, making new friends, or collaborating on international projects, English allows you to communicate with people from different backgrounds and cultures. It's the bridge that connects millions of people worldwide, making the world feel smaller and more accessible. Imagine visiting a new country and being able to converse with locals in English. Or think about joining an online community where people from all over the world share ideas and experiences. English gives you the ability to connect, learn, and grow in ways that wouldn't be possible without it. Let's talk about how English can change your career. In today's globalized world, English is more than just a skill. It's often a necessity. Many companies require employees to be proficient in English because it's the international language of business. Whether you're looking for new job opportunities or hoping to get promoted, English can make you stand out from the crowd. I've seen it firsthand. Learning English opens doors. It allows you to communicate more effectively with colleagues, clients, and partners from around the world. It can even help you expand your business internationally. So, if you're looking to advance in your career or explore new job opportunities, mastering English is a step in the right direction. As we come to the end of this session, I want to remind you of something important. Learning English is not a race. It's a journey. And like any journey, it has its ups and downs. But the key is to keep going, even on tough days, even when it feels like you're not moving fast enough. Remember? Progress is progress. Whether you study for 5 minutes a day or 1 hour, you're moving forward. You're building something valuable. So, don't give up. Keep practicing. Even if it's just a little bit every day, I promise, you will see the results. If you're ready to take your English to the next level, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips and motivation. Share this video with a friend who might need a little push, and leave a comment below with your motivation to keep learning English. I'd love to hear your stories and see how you're progressing. Let's keep this journey going, together. Thank you for watching. And remember, every small step counts. Keep going.